Hi guys, welcome to Warsaw, the city of contrasts. From the heart of the Murano district, from the roof of the Polin Museum. My name is Damian and I will take you on the tour to show you the curiosities and the beauty of modern Warsaw.
Hello, I'm Kasia and I will join Damian on this tour. Come with us and see the city of Warsaw. Old and new. So let's go!
We are now in modern Warsaw, but just imagine that we go back to the times of the Second World War, to the 10th of May 1943.
The Warsaw Ghetto is burning. The uprising is in its final stages. A group of Jewish fighters manages to escape through the sewers. A truck is waiting for them next to a manhole on Prosta Street. This escape from the ghetto was arranged by one of the Jewish fighters, Kazik Simcharotem. The truck will take some of them to the safety of the woods outside of the city. The commemoration of this spot is quite fresh in a collective memory of the city of Warsaw. It was unveiled only 10 years ago in the presence of Kazik, who was one of the last surviving heroes of the ghetto uprising. The memorial, which consists of a symbolic manhole, lists the names of those who perished in the sewers and those who managed to escape. It also mentioned two Poles who helped the escape. We are now at the heart of Warsaw's Old Town and we are facing the memorial to the Warsaw Uprising, which broke out in August 1944. The monument shows two separate groups of insurgents. On the right, we can see the fighters in action at the beginning of the uprising in a bombed old town, just a few meters from here. The second group represents the fighters trying to escape the burning city through the sewers. Many of the Jewish fighters who survived the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, among them Sylwia Lubetkin, Antek Cukierman, Marek Edelman, and of course Kazik, participated in the fight to liberate the city. After 2 months of desperate combat, the city was razed to the ground. There are very few remnants of pre-war houses, and our next stop is in front of one of them. We are now on Walitów Street. Just behind me, at number 14, there's one of the few houses that survived the war. It's hard to believe that such a building is still standing in today's Warsaw. The poet Władysław Szlengel lived at this address in the heart of the ghetto. At Polin Museum core exhibition, you will see the poem he wrote about the appalling conditions of life in the ghetto. A small piece of paper with a list of inhabitants and the instructions on how many times to ring a bell in order to get in touch with each of them is one of the most important items in the Ringelblum archive. Before the war, such courtyards were very common. They were the center of the universe for small children. Just imagine the hustle and bustle. Damian is visiting such courtyard at our core exhibition. So let's see.
The courtyard was full of life and very loud. As probably you noticed on those pictures in the museum, people were walking around, children were playing, using even those toys. And the adults, they were walking around, talking to each other, And to be honest, these small courtyards were like universe, with every person like single star.
We are back at 14 Waliców Street. Let's look at this intriguing mural, Kamienica, from the other side of the building. Kamienica is Polish for tenement building, but this word is divided into a question. A stone, kamień, and then what? Co? It is a question to us, the post-war generation. What is the warning conveyed to us by those silent ruins that witnessed the most tragic times in human history? One of the most enduring images of the Warsaw Ghetto is that of the wooden footbridge constructed over Chłodna Street to connect the large and small ghettos. During the Nazi occupation, Chłodna and Aryan Street divided the ghetto into two parts. The narrow walkway above the street allowed the population of the enclosed district of the ghetto to cross from one section to the other. In 2011, the city of Warsaw commemorated the footbridge of Chłodna Street by an artistic installation called A Footbridge of Memory.
Not far from here, there is a narrow house which was designed especially for Edgard Keret, an Israeli author whose books are very popular among young Poles. Keret feels strongly attached to his Polish roots. That's why the city of Warsaw honored him by creating the installation a few years ago. Starting from the 92 centimeters from our side, this is just the entrance, and you can get the ladder to get to the first floor, which is the inhabited area. So we are standing on the second side of the building, and as you probably noticed, it's not attached for one or the second building on both of sides. It has two stories. It has the living room, quite small one, the bedroom. There is also the kitchen, very small one, refrigerator just for 2 drinks, and there is also the bedroom. The narrowest building in the world was created by the architect Jakub Szczęsny, and it was built already in 2012. The house is classified as an art installation because it does not meet Polish building codes, even though it is being used as a residence. The house is not just Keret's home when he visits Warsaw, but it carries a significant meaning by filling a void between the two buildings, one from before the war and a post-war one. You can easily see that it serves as a bridge between the two historical eras, and this is what we are trying to do today. In Warsaw and at Polin Museum, we combine the Polish and Jewish narratives into one integrated history. Warsaw can be a very colorful city, as you can notice on those paintings.
The mural is not only a piece of urban art, it has a deep symbolic meaning, and those colorful crayons are a tribute to one of the great Polish Jewish heroes, Janusz Korczak, a progressive pedagogue who introduced the revolutionary idea of children's rights.
He popularized his educational methods in his books, radio programs and a special magazine for children called Mały Przegląd. Korczak's most famous book, titled King Mat I, is widely known both in Poland and in Israel.
On top of telling the story of a young king's effort to cope with adult problems, it suggests many social reforms, many of them concerning children. The novel can be described as an allegory of contemporary and historical events in Poland. Polin Museum presents the legacy of Korczak's writing and his understanding of political systems, democracy, tolerance and equality.
So let's remember the words of Janusz Korczak: when one child smiles, the whole world is smiling. So we are back to the Square of the Ghetto Heroes, where you can find the monument from 1948 created by Nathan Rappaport. So we have the history. And what about the modern times? That's the Museum Polin, which is on the opposite side.
As you enter the museum's building, you see how the past meets the present. The Polin Museum was opened in 2013 on the 70th anniversary of the outbreak of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Our unique core exhibition presents the 1,000-year history of Polish Jews. The building is located in the center of Warsaw, at the heart of the pre-war district inhabited mainly by Jews, which turned into a ghetto during the war. Museum restores the memory of the rich Jewish culture and heritage.
Come and visit us and explore Warsaw, this city of contrasts, and
Polin Museum whenever possible.